the Australian government faces another embarrassing defence problem with a classified report criticising the $45 billion Hunter-class frigate's combat ability. Well, after Jonathan Lee in Canberra now. Jonathan, good morning. So what are the perceived problems with this one?
Pete, they are long. It's a very long list. The Australian public, the taxpayers were promised a world-leading design when it came to BAE and the Hunter-class frigate here, and world-leading flexibility. Now, in short, what the frigate's chief responsibility and role is hunting killer submarines. It needs to guard our sea lanes and our routes and corridors. But the problem is, when it comes to this $45 billion project, again, it's besieged with problems. It is heavier, slower, deemed to be substantially slower, with problems that cascade down. Now, Australia has tweaked its design, as we often do with programs, and what defence people have been talking about behind the scenes for some time now, and it's now found its way into the Australian newspaper with this confidential report, is that the vessel will start a lot heavier than it was originally intended, which means when they need to add future technology to the vessel, it will be even slower. Now, I can read you a little bit of what this report goes on to say, and it is damning. It says, the overall power demand of the Hunter-class frigate still exceeds its generating capacity and is exacerbated in tropical and Antarctic environmental conditions. Vessel maximum speeds at the start of life will be substantially lower than comparable RAN surface combatants. Basically, it means it's going to be at risk to other vessels on the water that it's trying to find and it's trying to eliminate. Now, it wouldn't be so bad if it didn't come on top of the problems with the Joint Strike Fighter, which was also over budget and delayed, and of course, the French submarine deal at $90 billion. No doubt, this has been on Peter Dutton's desk for some time. Now it's out in the public and it will only get ugly from here. OK, meanwhile, Jonathan, the Prime Minister, to give a key speech today at the Press Club. Yeah, this is in many regards in response to Anthony Albanese's the other day, and it also will set out the government's ambitions as we head towards the election sometime in what is expected to be May. The Prime Minister, in what the media has been told, will be talking about commercialisation. That's getting ideas from universities out into reality. We can show you a very brief graphic what it's supposed to be talking about. It's a $2.2 billion action plan. $2 billion of that will be new money. It's getting over what's known as the Valley of Death. Often our ideas don't make it into the commercial market. The government's trying to change that, create manufacturing jobs here, local production jobs here. 85% of what our universities apparently turn out is world's best or world's leading. So a major plan for the government. And they've also announced late last night there will be extra money for people in aged care, 2 payments of more than $400 for those working in government aged care, Peter. Yep, and the critics are out for that one too. Jonathan Lee, thank you. The Prime Minister's speech, Building National Resilience. Of course, live and in full right here on Sky with full reaction. At the back of that with Andrew, Kieran, Tom Connell and Ash Gillen giving their thoughts.